I grew up in Villach, Austria. It's a smaller city in Austria. It's a big hockey city though. In the winters, all the lakes are usually like frozen for the most part, so I used to go out skate with my parents and my dad. I have memories when he was just pulling me behind him skating. I didn't play hockey till I was 5 years old. I lived like across the street from the rink. My mom kind of signed me up for it because a lot of my friends from school were playing there. And the first couple of weeks I wanted to quit because I couldn't play with the other kids because I had to learn how to skate. So after a couple of weeks though, my dad said I gotta finish the full year, and after the year he'll ask me again if I want to quit, and I didn't even remember saying that I wanted to quit. So my speed came, I think, a couple of different ways. Like I said, I used to practice with my team, I could say under 14. Then I would go on with the under 16 and sometimes with the under 18 group. So for a 13-year-old to keep up with an 18, 19-year-old, it's still tough. It's a lot of changes, but I always was competitive and just tried to be as good as they were. My dream was always to be in the NHL. I think everyone who plays hockey, no matter where you play in what country, you always dream to come to the NHL one day, and I was no different. And fortunately, we had a Canadian coach in the men's team in my hometown who had a lot of connections to the WHL over here. So I played a few games in the men's team when I was 15, and after that he helped me come over here. I got drafted in 2003 from the Spokane Chiefs. I came over here just with an open mind, and it was a great organization. So I had 2-3 great years there. Great coaching helped me come a long way. I had a pretty strong second half in my draft year and kind of didn't know where I was really going. I had a lot of interviews with teams, but when I got drafted by the Canucks, it was probably the most exciting moment in my hockey career that far. But I just remember, knew that was the next step to make it to the NHL. So I just tried to take it in, and it was a special day, and I will never forget that. I knew I had to work on stuff when I got drafted. So the first year they sent me down to the AHL. The coach there helped me out a lot, Scott O'Neill. He gave me a lot of chances, a lot of opportunity down there, and to grow my game. When I got called up the first time, it was a kind of the same feeling I had on my draft day. A nervous feeling, but also excited at the same time. And once I got called up and got in the first game, it was just what you have ever dreamed of. And it's just, I got my first point in my first game up there, so it was a really exciting moment. We played Calgary as a good Canadian matchup too. So my first goal was on the power play against Chicago. I just skated down the wing, and Kessa took a big hit, but he got the puck over to me, and I just wound up and shot a slap shot and went low blocker side on Niemi. I don't know how to explain it. It's a different feeling when you score the first goal, and everyone feels different, but I kind of don't remember much after I scored, but it was a great feeling. My first playoff goal came in the first Chicago game in the series, in the playoffs. It was a nice setup by Rick Crippen. It's funny how things happen, always the same. You just have the teams you score a lot on. That year was just Chicago. I would never imagine scoring my first playoff goal and regular season goal against the same team and same goalie. I knew we had a really deep team in Vancouver, really a lot of forwards who could step in, so I knew they were going to do something in the off-season. I found out that next morning when I looked online, actually, I found out that I got traded because of the time difference in Austria. I was excited to go down to Florida, try to get a new opportunity, have a fresh start, and I trained hard in the summer. I felt pretty good in going into training camp. Just didn't have the training camp I wanted. I just didn't play my game, just was a little bit off, and they put me on waivers, so it was a short stay, but at the end I was happy that I got another chance from the New York Islanders. I just tried to not look back and just tried to run with my chance, and it worked out. The team just took me in, and it's a great experience right off the start here. I started playing with Doug Wade on the line, which was one of my idols. I have cards at home from him. Once they put me with Francie, I think we kind of had the chemistry going right off the start. We didn't really have a winger at the time, And once Oki got back, I think he accomplished our line. He's a guy who's strong, good in the corners, and is a little different player than we are, but we have a great mix on our line with speed and strength. And I'm confident we can get back to where we were last year. I don't think a lot of things couldn't have gone any better for me last year. The Austria game was a great event. Kessler was on our team and he knew I was a good skater, so he put me in the fastest skater. So the biggest thing for me was like I wanted to win, but at the same time I didn't want to embarrass myself and fall, so I kind of took it easy in the corners. I didn't really do any crossovers. I just tried to stay steady and just tried to gain as much speed as I can on their straightaways. I just wanted to win it, and fortunately it worked out. The caller, yeah, I think it was a great rookie class last year. Once they told me I'm going to be in finalist, it's a big honor. There's great players in this group, and it was an honor to be representing the Islanders and myself there. My son was born. That was probably the best day of my life. It definitely changes you. It's not just about you, and you have to take responsibility for another human being. And that definitely changed a lot of my routine, and it's hopefully gonna get a little bit easier now. He's sleeping really good, so that helps, but it's just when you come home after a bad day or a bad game, he doesn't know what's going on. He just laughs at you, smiles, and it just makes your day better. He's a good kid. Like, he never cries. Like, I just sit on the couch with him and hold him, play with him on the ground. He started to roll over now, so I like to put him on my shoulders and just walk around with him. He enjoys that. So it's a lot of different things. Like, he's changed so much over the last few months here, from being just like quiet, not really recognizing you, to like just when I get home, he just lightens up, and it's a great experience for me. I always wanted kids, and he's been great so far.
Grabner, he's going for another one. He's got it. He gains, looks for 5, circles it in, Miller down, Grabner scores! It's the save, rebound, Grabner score! Shakira, here comes Grabner, shoots, he scores!
Well, the future hopefully holds a Stanley Cup down the line, but for now it's just like I want to prove that last year wasn't a fluke, and that I can play in this league and belong in this league. So when Garth called me, I was just happy just to be part of this organization for 5 years. They just stuck with me. They helped me work through everything this year, gave me the opportunity to go out there and play. We have a lot of guys signed up for longer term and a lot of young guys, so it's going to be great to grow older together with them and get some experience and hopefully be successful down the line. We don't care what other people say about us or say where we're going to end up. We know what we can achieve in this locker room, what kind of talent we have. So we're going to go out there and do our thing, and we're all excited, and we're definitely expecting to make the playoffs.